Very nice job.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Have a seat. Welcome to the show. Did a good job.
Thank you.
You don't see that, or at least don't hear the instrument. It looks familiar once you see it. But I don't know how many people really know the name of it. Right? So how is that different? Because you're going to play the trombone next. Mm-hmm. How is that different?
Well, it has the same mouthpiece as the trombone.
Right.
But the trombone is cylindrical, so it basically stays the same. It's like related to the trumpet. Cylindrical meaning that the tubing does not get bigger. Then this is conical. So a baritone horn would be cylindrical like a trombone. That's the difference between the baritone horn and the euphonium. The euphonium is conical like a French horn. They belong to the cornet family versus the trumpet, where the trumpet is cylindrical, the cornet is conical. The horn, European Italian word for horn is corno, but they're related to the horn family. Like a horn starts small and gets larger and larger and larger, and that affects the sound, like the piercing, more direct sound of the trumpet or the trombone, a baritone horn, versus the mellow, softer type sound of the euphonium, the cornet, and the French horn, let's say.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot to that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Charlie used to play the saxophone. My son used to play the saxophone. My other one, I think, he played the trumpet for a little bit. So they all do have different sounds, and I guess it has to do a lot with that whole setup on how they are. So it's a good sounding instrument, though.
No, thank you, thank you.
So you've gotten to play with some pretty famous musicians.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we've played with the symphony orchestra. And with Jose Feliciano in the front, we've had the Dave Brubeck quartet, and we had the Ellington Band. The Ellington Band was a kind of interesting experience because they came with only 3 trombones, and people in the Ellington Band knew me, and and I was playing first trombone because I play principal trombone over in the Norwalk Symphony in Connecticut, and we have our own concert hall and everything. But Jack Jeffers, who knows me from he's from the Ellington Band. He said, Frank, what are you doing up there? He said, come down here and play with the band. So during the concert, I was sight reading the music of the Ellington Band, and I got to play within the ensemble of all those great jazz
players and everything.
Right? Yeah.
Charlie, you would have loved to have done that.
Absolutely,
huh?
absolutely.
That would have been a great opportunity. A lot of people don't get to go and perform with such accomplished musicians. But you've also done some stuff on Broadway.
Subbing a couple of shows, Miss Saigon and Wonderful Town.
That's
Wonderful
great.
Town, we were actually on the stage, and with all the actors and everything. So, I was playing like right on the end, and. But when they sent me the check, it was more than I had expected, and I asked why, and they said because if if the orchestra's on the stage, you get paid more.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
How many people knew that? I would have never guessed that.
So basically, if I brought an instrument on the show, then I get paid more?
If they don't kick you off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I never realized that. Now you're also on the radio and some other things, right? You've performed on some I guess some. Things that were on the radio.
I remember I played a concert as a youngster, practically with the Concert Orchestra of Long Island. Laszlo Halas, who was assistant to Arturo Toscanini, he conducted. We did Chichester Psalms of Bernstein, and the psalm was Hungaric. I can't pronounce it really, but by
go with it. We wouldn't know the difference.
Kodai, and so those were broadcast on radio, and then later I remember I did the very final broadcast, and I think it was 1982 in February. I think it was, if I'm remembering correctly, of the Make Believe Ballroom. Playing some swing music, and now I have my own swing band. I'm the leader of the music staff swing orchestra, and we're going to be playing at La Bella Vita over in Ozone Park every Thursday night.
Be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can ask a question, the song you just played was Carnival of Venice.
Yes.
The type of playing that you were doing with your tongue, where you were I'll refer to it as triple tonguing, but you were, it wasn't a vibrato, it was really fast notes. What do they refer to that?
Not to do with vibrato, but there's, if I were allowed to show you like another variation, would I be able to do one here? No, because,
Well, if you do something real quick, you got about
well, this is
15 seconds to do something.
This is a triple tonguing variation. It's ta-ta-ka.
Very good.
Can you catch your breath after that? That seems like...
Well, a very interesting thing. I went to see Clark Terry play over at I play there with the Concert Pops of Long Island under the direction of Dean Carahalis. He's a fabulous conductor, really great conductor, but the best concert band conductor you would ever see anywhere. And when I went to see Clark Terry over at Tillis Center, that's where we play. We give our concerts at Tillis Center. But I saw Clark Terry there, and I went downstairs in the room, where the green room was, and I was just looking at him like, and he goes, "Come here." He's very, very friendly. It took him 10 minutes. I said, "Well, what do? You took a breath at the beginning of the and now it's the intermission, and you did all your playing one breath." He goes, "Well, I do circular breathing." I said, "Oh, really?" He goes, "Yeah, I can show it to you." Well, I took it. I understood it. He taught it to me in 10 minutes. It took me 10 years to learn it.
Wow. There's a talent. Talent showcase.
That's it.
Okay. Well, we'll get you up there. We're running short on time.
Okay.
Your second song that you're going to do is on the trombone.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be just a little bit of Saints Go Marching In. I picked it only because it's familiar to the people and all. And then I do a chorus that's improvised just to show what that is.
Okay, Frank Pedulla, everybody.
Thank you.